Good morning. It is 8 o'clock. It is Elite Dangerous, and it is Game On. Today, we expect to arrive home in the bubble. Why isn't my thing working? Try it again. Here it goes. All right. Today we expect to arrive home after a long trip out to Colonia and back. We got 2,387 and a quarter light year to go. Should be about 60 jumps, 50 jumps. That should not take too long. But let's not waste any time. We're gonna get going. We don't really have any huge plans, other than just getting home. Launch ED Discovery. All right, here we are. We're not really carrying anything. of importance. I don't think it's going to be a problem being an open coming back. I hope not. We may switch to solo when we get closer, just because the ship isn't built for combat. I wouldn't want any stream snipers to come here and think it's funny to kill me on the last few jumps. So all the systems, or all, the last few systems have been in has been kind of empty. That was a little early. Here we go. You probably could do a better job at scanning all the systems, but we're kind of trying to work on a little bit of a schedule. So I need to keep that in mind. I really have to get back so I have a chance at getting that data I need for updating the detail surface scanner. Detail surface scanner is currently set to long range. I thought that was gonna be a good thing. Kind of figuring that if I can scan everything from a long distance, then it would make up for the time it takes to travel there and finish the scan, but it really doesn't, especially if you get into gas giants with, you know, 5, 10 stars, whatever. Because then you're going to be really right up on them anyways. And the long distance scanner at that point doesn't really give you any advantage. But the fast scanner will cut the scanning time in half, even if you do have to get up close and personal. But if you're already up close and personal, then, you know, that's not a disadvantage. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get the fast scan on the detail surface scanner. I'm gonna go straight for grade 5. We just need to get some data. And we can do that by scanning satellites around Earth-like planets. But we need to be in the bubble to do that. So that's where we're going. I didn't see what there was in here. We're starting to get close to Earth now, so we're seeing more. We're seeing more discovered systems.
Frameshift drive charging.
As winter is getting closer, it's getting darker in the mornings. That is going to affect my schedule a little bit. I can't take the dog out in the pitch black in the morning. Simply because well, I can't see the dog or myself or where I'm going or what the dog is doing. And those are kind of prerequisites of taking the dog out. So I may have to adjust things a little bit. Just so that I can take the dog out a little bit later before I start the stream. I know that's it's not really a stream issue, but sorry, I'm kind of trying to catch up on some of the things I didn't get this morning because I had to take the dog out. I was kind of hoping that was going to be something good, but no, it wasn't. This one can be, though. So here's the advantage of the long-range scanner. I can scan this from all the way over here. The problem is the scan takes longer the further away you are. So even with a long-distance scanner, you're not actually speeding things up a whole lot because of the way the scanning works. So you're getting a bonus for being able to scan from a long distance, but that just adds more time to scanning. That was a terraforming candidate. Kind of expected that. Based on the distance from the sun. I don't think the next one would be... Actually... it could be. Let's do that one as well. Since we're here, we're not in a terrible rush. Can get another 600,000 out of this one. That would be great. Gonna have to get a little bit closer before the scan takes. I don't know what I just did. Alright, I should be done with all the little editorial things I have to do for the stream. Yeah, that was another terraforming candidate. Now we can leave.
Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, the big bright star.
Fuel scooping complete.
These are too far away. These are just ice. This one could be something. Didn't mean to bookmark it. Oh, that was not what I intended to do.
Frameshift drive charging.
We're gonna continue on our way home. We already got a few jumps out of the way. Here we are.
Fuel scooping.
We'll have a look at the map while we're wrapping up the...
Complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Let me look at that. There is a chart somewhere. There's a chart somewhere that sort of gives you some idea of what the habitable zone around the stars are. It's a little scary here between these two stars. There's nothing else here. Oh, there's a third star. But other than that, nothing. There we go. Alright, so let's see if we can use this spreadsheet for something here. So this star is it's an F star. Don't really. Oh, okay, there we go. Luminosity. I don't have that information. Do we get that if we scan it? Just gonna try this out and see if we can gather enough information on these stars. To figure out the only thing is, if I have to stop and scan the star to get this information, then I might as well just read off the habitable zone off of ED Discovery over here. But let's see what this says and if you can translate that somewhat. And it doesn't have that information though, so we don't know. This one says this one uses luminosity as some sort of a measure for what the habitable zone is supposed to be. 646 this one says. So that's an F8 with a luminosity of 193. I don't see that we have that information available, whether we scan it or not. So the spreadsheet isn't really very helpful. That's 646 to 1200. So these two could be terraforming candidates. So let's go have a look at that. We don't really have enough information on the star, just as we drop in, to determine the habitable zone. Would assume that that sort of came off of the surface temperature. There is a there is a charge that makes it a little bit easier. Here is a picture. That sort of gives a better clue. And I simplified it down to just major categories. MKG, FA, BO. So this is a class. This was an F, wasn't it? Alright, that one was not a terraforming candidate. Alright, I'm gonna try and keep this thing. Right, so there is this graphic I just found on Reddit. That puts in the habitable zone around just a star class. So class F, which I believe this was. Yeah. The habitable zone is 607 to 1890, which is pretty wide. Pretty wide net. But it all depends on, of course, the more details on the star, but I guess that's the innermost and the outermost max ranges for all F classes. Alright, yeah, there it is, class F. Alright, so it's not actually in the star data when you scan it, it's when you jump, that's when you get it. So this could be useful. There's also a calculator. I don't think I'll be using that. Alright. So that one was a candidate for terraforming. What do we have here? 1500. And we're gonna check this one as well. That looks very promising. It's either a high metal content world or a water world. It looks a little muddy. It looks a little muddy, but it could be water world still. And it is within the zone. Of what could be habitable for an F class star. We'll have a look at this one as well. Alexa, turn off the lights in the office. Alright, we'll set the mood in here. So I think using the chart here is going to be the quickest way to determine whether or not we're going to be able to find anything. Seems to be a small planet. That is a water world. It was a candidate for terraforming. Dead Sea did not actually get the highest paying planets in here. Let's see how far away the sun is. That's too far to scan. Alright, we're gonna bail. Go to the next one. So we're making our way home. We've passed 2,000 light year barrier, getting closer to inhabited space. I'll probably find it more and more difficult to find stuff that's undiscovered. No, that was not the one I was looking for. Okay, so this is a Class A planet. Habitable zone is 1357 to just about 5,000. Oh, there's lots in here. Let's scan everything. Gonna scan all the planets. We're gonna actually we're not gonna start with the sun, we're gonna start with this guy. Because then I don't have to turn around to face the sun. Well, there are plenty of opportunities to scan the sun. Crisscrossing this the solar system. This has already been discovered, except for the star. I guess he just scanned a few of the planets in here. We're gonna scan everything. This one is just give me a second here. Class A. This one is just outside of the range of terraforming candidate planets. Doesn't mean that it is going to be or not. We're just gonna scan everything. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 bodies plus the sun, 13 in total. We have time for this. This looks like a decent system. We don't have to do any mining or material gathering today, so we're not worried about dealing with that. Alright, so we'll see what we get here. A high metal content world. Was not a terraforming candidate. We kind of expected that. This one looks like a water world. That is what that hologram seems to indicate. It's nice and blue. It has been discovered. It is well within the habitable zone for the sun. I'm gonna watch the speed here. I do miss the center dot. There's no center dot here, so your aim is easily a little bit off. At least of a long distance. Okay. That was indeed a water world. Not a terraforming candidate though. That was a shame, but that's how it goes. Hello. We're gonna check that out. It's not very often we find USSs out here in the deep, dark recesses of space. We are looking for stuff from these types of USSs. We're looking for private data beacons. All right. I have to admit I don't know how to deploy my cargo scoop. Deploy cargo scoop? Deploy cargo scoop? No. Controls. Miscellaneous. Cargo scoop. Home. Okay. Oh. I will do that. I'm gonna keep the speed a little bit down. And we are bumping into this wreckage. I'm trying to see if we can find a piece so we can determine what kind of ship it was. That's not so easy. That's an interesting nebula over there, nice and blue. Alright, back to the job at hand here. Alright, there we go.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm gonna have to set up voice attack to open the cargo scoop. Wait, what? Is there another one? There is another one. What's going on in here? It's another degraded emission. So I know this is gonna mess with our jump range because of weight. But we can easily ditch a couple of limpets. They're only 100 credits. If we feel the need. All right, we're gonna slow down. There's another thing of survey data. I'm going a little bit slow. Just trying to see if I can determine what ship this is. It could be one of those special federal ones. The federal assault ship or drop ship or one of those guys. Based on this looks like the nose of something. Yeah. All right. Well, we got another one. If this keeps up, we're never gonna get there. That's 2 USSs in the same system. It's the first 2 we've seen since we left Colonia. That one is a candidate for terraforming. Everything here seems to be very far apart. It's not uncommon in systems around such big bright stars. Everything's got to keep their distance or they'll burn up. So you get wide radius orbits. Alright, gotta get some speed on this thing. It is a little strange though. It's like we've been plowing through thousands and thousands of light years of space and we found so little. And then we get in here, and then now we're getting, you know, a system after system with interesting stuff. Ah, that's an Earth-like. Jeez. We are raking it in here. Alright, so we're just working on scanning our way through this system. We've found some interesting planets in here. And there might be a few more. It's all spaced apart. Oh, jeez. That was a terraforming candidate. You gotta be kidding me. Alright, that was the moon. Let's see what else we got. It's getting a little bit closer and closer now as we're working our way inward in the system. Well, we got lucky, I guess, in this system. We've found multiple terraforming candidates and in an Earth-like planet. We're just gonna wrap up scanning the rest in here. And see what we can get out of it. Ah, that was just a regular planet. Nothing special about that one. There was only 12 planets and moons. So it shouldn't be. Should be done soon. We still have to scan the sun. So let's see what we got. We got that one. So that's the last. I guess other than the sun itself. We're gonna scan this planet. There we go. And then we're gonna turn on the sun. We're gonna scan the sun. Shouldn't take too long. And then we set eyes on the last one. I was kind of hoping we'd get all of them to be a little bit closer, but there's always one that's gonna be hiding somewhere way out there. So it's a Class A star. That's a terraforming candidate. That's a terraforming candidate. That's Earth-like. That's a water world. We don't know that yet, and that is just a regular. Alright, welcome to new viewers in the stream. We're exploring space about how far away are we? We are 1864 light years from Earth. And we overshot this one. It's alright, we can do a loop of shame. This is the last planet we're gonna scan in the system. This is number 12. It's been a very nice system. We had a water world, an Earth-like world, and some terraforming candidate here. So I believe that is everything. Alright, we're gonna target home first. There we go.
Frameshift drive charging.
And we also found 2 USSs, which is kind of strange so far from the bubble. But it is what it is. We didn't really find anything particularly useful in there. Alright, so it's no, this is 2 stars in the system, so we're just gonna move on.
Frameshift drive charging.
We got 37 more jumps to go. Jump range is 5198. We have some extra weight after we picked up those. Picked up those 2 canisters in the USSs, some survey data, cash. We can sell that at the salvage. Alright, this system is full of planets. Nothing worth scanning.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh boy. Alright, there's a ton of stuff here as well. Again, it's nothing here worth scanning.
Frameshift drive charging.
So yeah, we picked up a large survey data cache and a small data survey cache. The extra weight is affecting our jump range a little bit. Not enough that it matters. We may get to a point where we can't complete the jump because we don't have the range anymore. More gas giants.
Frameshift drive charging.
We were on a nice run there for a little bit. We found like 2-3 systems in a row. Well, 2 in a row isn't really that great, but found a few systems in a row with some stuff that was worth looking at. It's kind of dried up. Alright, this is a Class G 350 to 872. So we'll slow down and scan these guys. It is possible that these guys might be terraforming candidates. Where am I currently? I'm right here. We're not too far from the bubble right now. Only 30 jumps or so away. So we're gonna... Let's see, where's the bubble? There's the bubble. So we're out here. We got a 30 jumps to go to get in there. And then we can finish up the setup of our Explorer Anaconda. Oh, dang it. It recalculated recalculated the route to my destination, so it reset my waypoints and changed my target. So it's been a long journey. Well, it's not been that long. It took us a week to get out and a week to get back, I believe. Or did we take 2 weeks back? I think we actually took 2 weeks back. And overshot that one as well. Alright, I'm also... my daughter just informed me that she needs a costume by Monday. So... yeah. Hopefully that'll work out. No, that was not a terraforming candidate. What about this one? it seems that the graphic I'm using for the testing or checking the ranges of the habitable zone takes the smallest range for the smallest of the whatever class star it is, and then the widest range for the hottest and biggest of the star class. So you get the maximum and the minimum for the whole range of stars inside a class. So it's definitely possible that when you see the range that it might be inside, it may not be because the star is hotter or cooler than what would accommodate for that particular planet. That one was a terraforming candidate. Our work here is done. Actually, I don't think he scanned the star. Yeah, he did scan the star. Alright. We'll just get out of here. We grab the moneymaker. Alright. We got some stuff in here.
Fuel scooping complete.
Gas giants.
Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, so what do we have here? It is a F class.
Fuel scooping complete.
The F class has a range of a habitable zone range of 607 to 1890. Someone's been here already. So this one is inside, and the outer range is all right. Let's scan the innermost guys here and see what we can find. You know, for science. Don't really think we're gonna find anything on this guy, but it is too hot. So yeah, that was definitely just a straight up high metal content world with nothing special. This one is inside what is possible for an F class. It really depends on how hot that star is. Alright, so that's an icicle. We're not gonna scan that one. The one we just scanned, candidate for terraforming. That's an icicle. We're not gonna scan that. Let's scan the sun while we're here. And we'll do the rest of these guys as well. Let's see if we can have a look at that hologram. Okay, it says regular. There's a regular high metal content hologram. So it's not going to be an Earth-like or anything, but it could be another terraforming candidate. Alright, we're wearing off course a little bit. That was indeed a terraforming candidate. Let's see what this is. It's not really anything special. I want to have a look and see what we scanned so far. We did this one, we did this one, and that one. We don't have that one, but we're heading for this one right now, so we'll do number 4 last. I don't care about the moon. Alright, that was just a regular high metal content. Block of ice, Yeah, that's the one. Alright, that's a little bit far away. I must admit, I haven't even looked to see what the community goals are. I know they updated it yesterday. Being so far out in space and not really having any plans right now to take part in the community goals. I haven't really peeked at it. Alright, here we go. Gonna have to put the brakes on a little bit here. I did scan the sun, right? Yeah. Alright, so this is the last one we care about. I thought. Gonna have to have a look again and see what the rest of it is. I thought there was. Wow, that is another terraform. Okay, so there's these three out here. We don't care about those three. So those should be the 1, 2, and 3, and that's just the moon that we skipped. Alright, our work here is done.
Frameshift drive charging.
We got another 30 jumps to go. Shouldn't take too long unless we found lots of interesting stuff. Does look like a lot of stuff right now is already discovered. So your chances for first discoveries is getting slimmer.
Fuel scooping complete.
Yeah.
Frameshift drive charging.
Don't care enough to stop for those guys. Alright, let's see what we got. Nothing really.
Frameshift drive charging.
It's just a jump, scoop, and honk. Just trying to get back to the bubble, really. Finish up the Anaconda for a even longer journey.
Fuel skipping.
Alright, 89. That's gonna be a lot of gas giants with a lot of moons. Yeah. Can we get the thing to be...
Frameshift drive charging.
Don't really see those kind of numbers
4, 3, 2,
very often. And then now I'm probably gonna put my foot in my mouth and it's gonna be 80 or 90 here as well. But here we are.
fuel skipping.
No, there we go. It's 1.
Fuel skipping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, fuel skipping.
Alright, this one is a little weird.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Am I gonna have to scoop 2 stars?
Fuel skipping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
That's alright.
Frameshift drive charging.
Every star is scoopable on the route home, so no big deal. If you don't get a good scoop, you can always make it up, and we will.
Fuel skipping. Fuel skipping complete.
There we go. Stock 1 sector FSJ. Interesting.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two,
It's just a lot of jumping right now. There isn't much to scan.
Fuel scooping.
right here, right now. We usually end up with streaks of systems where there isn't a lot to
Fuel scooping complete.
deal with. Right, so this is a K class. It's a very small zone, 107 through 480. That leaves really only this one. Lando Calrissian has already been here.
Drive charging.
Alright, so we're about halfway through the stream. And we're about halfway through the stars. So we're doing pretty good. We had a few stops to scan, so we should have every reason to believe we'll make it on time.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Alright, what do we got here? K class 480. Alright, this one might be too good to pass up. That could be a water world. And it does have a companion. That is a terraforming candidate water world. And it has a companion high metal content world. Should also be a terraforming candidate then. And it is. What did we say for ranges? 107 to 480. Alright, let's have a look at this guy. Can't be too far away. Alright, we're gonna check out this. We're gonna scan the star first. It's kind of on the way. And then we'll go back on this guy. Trying to be a little bit careful with the speeds. I've already had to do a couple of loops of shame. I don't want to not to do it if can avoid it. That is the one, right? Yeah. It's the innermost planet. Alright, jackpot.
Frameshift drive charging.
That was another terraforming candidate. So that's 3 terraforming candidates in this system.
4, 3, 2.
Including 1 water world. And
Fuel scooping.
that's how we pay the bills.
Fuel scooping complete.
I'm a little bit concerned with the functionality of the repair limpets. Because you can't seem to deploy them if your hull is undamaged, so you can't just send them out to repair your hull integrity. You can only send them out to repair your hull damage. So if you are I mean, those are 2 different things.
Fuel scooping.
So I don't really know if the limpets actually repair your integrity at all.
Frameshift drive charging.
Because all this jumping and all this flying through space does have an effect on the integrity of your hull, even if it isn't damaging it. And I'm just concerned that if the repair limpets doesn't repair the integrity, we might be in a little bit of trouble going as far as we're going.
Fuel scooping.
Although other people have made it to Beagle Point and back without blowing up their ship. So
Frameshift drive charging.
it should be good. All right.
Fuel scooping.
I can't. Alright, there's 3 suns and 1 planet.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two,
Alrighty, ready.
Fuel scooping.
So yeah, it's suddenly very barren out here.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Okay. Let's have a look and see where we are. We are 18 jumps out. We are... oh, we are getting so close. We are 897 light years from Earth.
Frameshift drive charging.
We're not going to Earth, but we're getting close. This was Class A. There's only 2 suns here anyway. I don't know. I have not kept track at all. I hope to make it to the next level, which is Pioneer, I believe.
Frameshift drive charging.
But I don't know. It wasn't really meant as much of an exploration trip. I am going to go. I'm going to go to Beagle Point next. So we'll be doing some exploring going there. But again, it's going to be a bit of a race against the clock,
Fuel scooping.
because there is a timetable at getting there. So I don't know how much I'm actually going to get to do of exploring there either.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
But we do have a good chunk of new discoveries. We have a large number, I guess, of terraforming candidates. We have a good chunk of water worlds, and 1 or 2 Earth-like planets. I also don't remember if some of these were before Polar Harbor or after. I think we got some ammonia worlds too, but I'm not sure if we sold that information already.
Fuel scooping complete.
I think I got about 20 million when I sold the information that I collected on the way to Colonia. I got about 20 million, I think.
Frameshift drive.
And I believe I have collected more valuable data going back home. So it could be more. Good morning, Andre. Welcome to the stream. We're getting closer to the bubble now. We're only We passed the 1,000 light year border.
Fuel scooping.
And we're getting down into single digit jumps very soon, I believe.
Fuel scooping complete.
I'm gonna start seeing NPCs. I have heard of it. I haven't really looked into it. I believe it is an expedition that takes you through a number of systems where you can collect a lot of money. That is what it sounds like.
Fuel scooping.
That is a short jump. Why is there a short jump? Ah, all right. Yeah, I use EDDB to find any body that I need. Or EDSM. Well, let's check that out just for fun of it.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Go to start to do
Frameshift drive
quick
charging.
jumps now, because we are getting very close.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, let's see what this is. Alright.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Let's see where we are. Call 359 sector LHT C4 19. Not sure what it wants me to do. Alright, so it will tell me what's around here. That's pretty cool. Within 200 light years. Nice. Let's have a look. Where are we? That was too far. We're looking for call 359. Okay. 359 sector LHTC49. So it's a little backwards. Well, that's okay. Let's give it a whirl and we'll recalculate for Nito afterwards. This one should have an Earth-like world and yes, I can copy paste, but I was looking it up on my laptop and I'm playing on my PC, so I can't copy paste. Yeah, I should be using well, a third monitor, but alright, so here we are. Let's ping this thing. And this one should be an Earth-like. And from the hologram you can see that that is a distinct possibility. Yeah. Yeah, I have room for my laptop on my desk along with my monitor, but I don't... I guess I can squeeze in another monitor, but then I don't have my laptop, so... we're just doing an experiment here. But it is pretty cool because it will tell you... it will give you a route, I guess. This one has 133 systems with 225 planets. So that's an Earth-like world, which we expected. And this guy is... But is it a terraformer? Because if it's just a high metal content world, then it's not really worth much. Yeah, terraforming water world. Yeah, I got that one, but HMC, I don't know if that's if this one is terraforming candidate or not. I don't really have much interest in the high metal content worlds unless they are. And this one is. So that's 1,000,000 credits right there just on one visit. So yes, this could be useful. Thank you for that one. I am definitely going to move this into my Elite Dangerous folder. Alright, well maybe not that one, but that's alright. Alright, we gotta find our way back home now.
Frameshift drive charging.
So we can look for that. The site has a new feature.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh yeah.
View scooping.
Oh, that's gonna be interesting. I think I'm gonna use that. Of course, the downside is you'll only get
View scooping complete.
it would only be explored systems. It won't be, you won't be finding anything new using this.
Frameshift drive charging.
But let me try the straight line mode. Going from and going to. Alright, going from. I wonder if it will find this one. Hold on. I gotta avoid the solar crash. We should be seeing NPCs coming in soon.
View scooping. View scooping complete.
Yes, it can. Oh, that is awesome. Because I am going to Beagle Point. And I'm going to visit a number of spots in between.
Drive charging.
And if I can use these tools, if I can use this tool just to pick out some systems, like the first system I picked here has one Earth-like, 3 terraforming water worlds, and 2 high metal content worlds. Yeah, Beagle Point is a very long. It's 65,000 light years, and then I have to go back too, so it's 130,000. But I'm not going back.
View scooping.
Well, obviously I'm going back, but I'm not gonna just turn around and go back the way I came. I think I'm gonna turn left and go around the galactic edge.
View scooping complete.
And then pop into Colonia again, I guess.
Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, we are 7 jumps away from home. I do like that road to riches. That was really cool. Even if it takes us through systems that has been discovered before, it doesn't really matter because you're making so much money on scanning those systems that the 50% bonus doesn't really. While it will be a long journey, the The expedition is to Beagle Point, and its estimated time is 2 months. I guess that's the time limit that was set on it. So I figure if I do 60 jumps a day, I can make it if I play 3 days a week. 60 jumps in a day isn't too much. We did 50 today, and a lot of detours. Scanning stuff though, that's going to slow us down. But that's part of the reason why I want to get the fast scan on my detail surface scanner. I was hoping the long range scanner was gonna get the job done, but it isn't. So we have some time. Right, I'm not gonna be scanning anymore now for the last few jumps. I don't want to spend more time in normal space than necessary. Oh yeah. Hey, thank you for that, Andre. Appreciate that. Yeah, I don't want to spend too much time in normal space. We're getting this close to our destination. Simply because we're gonna run into NPCs and they're gonna be all, I want your cargo. And I'm gonna be, I have no defenses. And then I'm gonna lose my ship. So it's basically scoop and jump. With we being this close, we don't really have to scoop too much. This is an orange giant. That's gonna be interesting. I don't think I've seen that one before. Yeah, this is my jump anaconda. I'm doing a little over 50 light years per jump. Alright, it wasn't that giant. Alright, we got 3 more jumps. See, here they come. Yeah, no, it said orange giant. It didn't just say orange star, it said orange giant. So I kind of expected something big, but you know, when you just see something like that, you can't tell that it's big or not because you don't have any reference. So it's all okay. We're kind of running low on fuel here, but We got enough to get to Nito. Alright, so we got here in good time. Alright, so we're gonna scoop some fuel just in case you got a bail. I'm gonna set up escape plan B. And let's see. Switching out the heat sinks. We're looking good. Alright, I want a little bit more speed. There are, just like every other online game, there are people who doesn't really know how to play well with others. I am in open right now. I very often play in private groups. Or if I don't really have any particular reason not to be in open, I'm in open. But I think mostly it's private groups. Simply because you get the option of playing with others that doesn't necessarily feel like they need to kill you for no reason. Alright, here we are. Icing vision. Alright. Request docking. Hey. Initiate docking sequence. There it goes. Hands-free docking.
Please head directly for Bay 3. Docking. Docking. 3. 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 Doc
Alright, we made it all the way home from Colonia. Now comes the big now comes the big sale. We're gonna see let's see how much we got out of this.
1,000 meters from touchdown.
Landing gear deployed.
Alright, this feels good. I'm gonna bring up a notepad
Confirmed contact.
just so I can keep track of my
Operations commander.
stuff here. Okay, so we are 54% on Ranger. Our Explorer profits so far is 78.7 million. Yeah, the Beluga is huge though. The Anaconda has it's very big bottomed. It's a big bottomed girl. It makes the world go round. Alright, not a lot of repairs, not a lot of restocks. Question is this one, 69%. Okay. Alright, here goes nothing. Uh, 4.5 million on this page.
Incoming message.
Alright, while this one runs, I'm gonna... no, I'm not. If and look at that, 1.1 million just for this one. If I had any special paint, I probably would have, but check that one out. That's the bonus for this is gonna be a few bucks, yeah.
Incoming message.
Alright, while this one runs, I'm gonna go pee. Alright. Let's finish this up. There's another big one. So it definitely picked up a lot of firsts, which is, you know, they're easy to come by way out there. We're gonna work our way up from nothing to allied here pretty quickly, if not already. Was it 3 weeks, I think? 1 week to get out to Colonia, and then 2 weeks getting back. So I spent a little bit more time exploring last week on the way to Polo Harbor, and then a little bit from Polo Harbor and down to some nebula whose name I forgot. And then this week we just been 4 hours every day. So, you know, 20 hours a week probably. Yeah, somewhere around there. I think the last couple of weeks I've done 4 hours, 4 hours per stream. This week I may have turned it down to 3 hours. Yeah, well, just imagine the next 2 months is going to be 60 jumps a day, 3 days a week, for 8 weeks. This is a lot of data. This is a lot of data. I didn't check our beginning balance. I did check to see how much we got on the Explorer though, so we'll write down what I got afterwards. We had 54% on the rating, on the ranking. We'll see if we'll make it to the next level. Okay, that's it. Let's see what we got for messages. Promotion to Pioneer. That's what I was. And ally. Alright. That's what we wanted. So we are now over here on. Hold on. Profits from exploration 126.9. So that is quick math 20. Let's make that 128. So that's was that 50 million then? Just shy of 50 million. 4% on the Pioneer. It's a long ways to go. Still another 200 million to go for elite ranking. And I think my game crashed. Yeah, my game crashed hard. Alright, man. Are you not gonna close out the program though? Does not want to close out the program. I may have to kill it. All right, and we're back. All right. So I don't really have any further plans really at this point. Other than transferring my ships here, or at least one of them, so I can safely travel within the bubble. 4 and 5, 92, 180. Yeah, okay. I'm not leaving just yet. It depends on if I have something here or not. For a second, there's nothing here. That's a lot of money, though. Oh, well, I'm gonna transfer. I'm gonna transfer that guy and this guy in here. Yeah, I don't have too many ships. I sold off a couple of ships to be able to afford the Anaconda. I kind of did. Well, I didn't jump the shark completely, but there's the beluga. I don't really feel like buying any of these ships. So what I have to do is I have to find some Earth-like planets in here to not here necessarily this system, but in the bubble. Earth-like planets. I can do that on EDDB, and I need to scan satellites to get some data. Atypical encrypt. No, that's not the right one. Adaptive encryptors capture. Very rare. And I need to get it from a detailed surface scanner. A little bummed that there isn't really Viper, Dolphin, Asp, Scout. Vulture. I don't want to spend that kind of money. I wanted to get like an a Cobra, but all right, let's see if we can have a look at the ship. So yeah, you can see that it's banged up. I'll do a close inspection on the hull. See, the paint is ripped off everywhere. It's not always easy to get the camera around here. Our camera is stuck in the roof. What is that? Is that like sensors or something behind? I don't know what the camera is stuck on. There we go. Pretty cool stuff. All these little details. There's a couple of things. I wanted to do. I want to name the ship. And I think I'm gonna call it yeah. And we're gonna put a nameplate on. Not trader. What are these? I haven't seen those before. Did they give out free nameplates? Trader, trader, trader. Alliance, classic. Expedition. Oh, let's see. Not combat. Expedition. It looks a little crappy because the paint job is all messed up. I think we're gonna go with that one. Oh, dude, that's not nice. You can't put them in here and then say that, oh, you have to buy it. I'm not buying that. Get that. I'm just gonna stick with that one. Where are you? Oh, I'm gonna do the same one over there. There we go. Ship ID, don't care. So, see, they put all this stuff in here so you can buy it easier. I'm not doing that. Yeah. I would be interested to see what they got here, though. Did I not buy anything for the Anaconda? But it is kind of cool that you can. Oh, that's nice. They do have some nice paint jobs here, and I'll give you that. Don't really feel the need for this. Alright, that's pretty much all we can do right now. I don't want to be flying around in this in the bubble. And it's getting close to, it's almost close to ending time anyway. So I think I'm gonna wrap it up there, and then, you know, I can do some laundry and stuff in my spare time here after the stream. We did make it back on time. We got the ranking upgrade we wanted, up or update we wanted. We're just gonna wrap up getting the stuff we need for Beagle Point. That starts in about a week, a little over a week. So another long journey. And yeah, that's gonna be all from Elite Dangerous today. I'll be back later with a stream from Gran Turismo. And that's gonna be in about a little over 2 hours. 2 hours and 20 minutes. That's the plan. And then next week we'll be back with more stuff from Elite Dangerous. But that's it for today. This is Elite Dangerous, and it's game over.